What's up, guys? So, who's sick and tired of being a pawn in someone else's game? I know I am. So, let's stop being pawns and become our own kings. My name is Jay, and this is the Zombillionaire Club. Alright, so now with that out of the way, let me also tell you guys I am not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own due diligence with anything and every platform that you um, look into out there. There's a lot of them out there. Make sure you find the one that fits you, and you do your own research. There's plenty of tools out there that allow you to do that so that you get into the right platform for the right reason. So invest at your own risk. A lot of the results were showcased over here or in some other YouTube videos from other YouTubers and all that represent their own results. They don't necessarily mean that's exactly what's going to happen to you. There's a lot of different factors that go into those types of results, and yeah, they can vary. And we'll talk a little bit about that in just a little bit. Um, so again, I was talking about being a pawn. Let me talk to you really quick about my job. So, like I told you guys, I'm a marketing specialist for a state agency. Um, so it's been about 5 months since I've actually done any work as a marketer for that agency. We've been having a lot of staff shortages, and we, not just me, but a few other people within that agency, we just kind of been shuffled around just everywhere just to kind of fill those holes since whatever were needed. Now, I love where I work. I love the the goals that we have, um, and I just love being there. So I haven't had any issues with it, right? But I've been thinking a lot about it and just thinking that I've been a pawn in someone else's game. And I just feel like they're just grabbing me and putting me over here, then making another move over here and over here. It's only a matter of time until somewhere along that game it's gonna be it's gonna be my turn to drop, right? Like we're talking about chess. Like so how can we become our own kings of our own game? There's plenty of tools out there. There's plenty of platforms out there. There are plenty of opportunities out there. And I want to talk to you guys about a couple of three different platforms. But before that, I want to talk to you guys about the money trifecta. I guess that I feel it's the perfect combination to be able to make any of this work. I'm still learning as I go. I'm not saying this is exactly what needs to happen, or there's probably another one in there that eventually we're going to be implementing into that triangle and make it a square. I don't know. We will see in the future. But it starts with how much work are we putting into these things? Are we just putting the bare minimum? And like I said on my video from yesterday, like we're all just gotten used to a lot of these platforms that just keep rugging. The basically we put in money and we trust the company to do what it's supposed to do, and sometimes we do a script that just does all the work for us, and we just sit back, relax, and basically cross fingers that it's not going to rug pull, and eventually does. So how much work are you putting into it? Are you telling people about these things? Are you referring others to it? That's a big part of what makes those huge results for a lot of these people, a lot of these YouTubers that you guys see out there showcasing how much money they're bringing in. And we're scratching our head like, how are they doing it? They put in their work. Yeah, they say, oh, it's easy. I mean, now they say it's easy because, yeah, they put in the hard work already. And that's awesome. That's eventually where we all want to get to. So let's start putting our own hard work into these platforms that we join and not just sit on them. So that's the number one thing. The second is, how much money are you actually putting into the system? Are you putting the bare minimum, $5, $10? Because I'm here to tell you that's not gonna get many of us anywhere. If you put in the bare minimum and you're not referring anybody, it's not gonna work. Now there's another combination where you put in the bare minimum. I've seen some other YouTubers, talk about what they've done. Like they put $5 into a platform, but then because of all the referrals they're bringing into these platforms, I mean, they're turning that $5 into $1,000 or more. I mean, it's crazy. So again, there needs to be a balance there between those two. If you're not planning on bringing anybody, well, then you better be bringing in more than just the bare minimum. I mean, and if you're only being able to invest $5, then I would say just use that for something else and take care of yourself, or whatever it is. I mean, a lot of these platforms, it's only for those that can afford to lose this money. So if it's money that you're going to be stressing about tomorrow, if something rugs, then you probably shouldn't be investing. Like I've gone through that process in the past where it was a hard lesson learned, and now I know where my comfort zone is and what amounts I'm okay essentially gambling with and playing with. And if it rugs, then yeah, it still hurts, but it's, I mean, as sad as it is part of the game. That's just the world that we live in. There's shady people out there running shady um, platforms out there. We've seen a lot of them just this past month. So again, only invest where you are willing and okay losing, potentially losing. So how much money are you willing to bring people in? And the number three, are you playing by the platform's games? Rules. Sorry, not games, rules. Get to know the platforms. A lot of the rules are lined up in each one of the platforms, especially when you start looking at these miners and things like that. Like they tell you how many times you need to compound before you're withdrawing. If you're just putting money in and immediately the next day thinking you're going to be withdrawing whatever amounts and then you end up getting taxed. I've seen some platforms taxing up to 90% of those earnings if you end up withdrawing early. So you need to be willing to play by the rules. Sometimes that means compounding for an X amount of days. I've seen them as many as 10 days. You need to compound for 10 days straight before you're able to pull out any money. A lot of some other platforms, it's simply just putting money in there, waiting, investing more, or referring people. You need to be able to play by the rules. And a big lesson learned from me on that one was with BUSD. It's an awesome platform. I am promoting that one as well. And I love the plan about it. I love the concept behind it. Just everything about it. It's just awesome. But I didn't understand it at the beginning, and it was a very frustrating um, lesson. It was a frustrating lesson to learn because everybody was saying it's just really easy. Look at how much money I'm already making. And yeah, they were making a lot of money, and I was trying to figure out what I wasn't making money. I put in money in there. I bought several cycles, um, uh, spots in there, or slots, and I just wasn't cycling. I was not getting paid, and I was looking at this other YouTubers, and they were already cycling through those things 2 or 3 times. So again, we need to play by the rules. We can't just expect magic to happen and things to happen. We need to put in our work into these things. We need to learn these platforms, and we need to be willing to do more than just the bare minimum. Because if not, then you know what? I just can keep going and being a pawn on my work. Like I said, it's been about 5 months since I've actually done my actual job as a marketer for this agency. Like I just been moved around, like I said, within the agency and doing other jobs, which is great. I've learned a lot about the agency and doing that way, doing those jobs. And yeah, it's getting me a lot of experience in a lot of other areas. So it's great. But I want to be my own king. And if you're here watching this, that means, or possibilities are that you do too. You're sick and tired of being a pawn and you want to have financial freedom and actually be able to enjoy life and not just do a 9 to 5, 8 to 4, or like what I'm doing, which is a 5:30 to like 4:30. Like and that's the days that I only do that job and not go and do some of my photography jobs. So sometimes it becomes very long days. I want to be able to enjoy my life, and that's what we're all here. So again, how much money you bringing in? Are you willing to put in the extra work and actually bring people in? And are you following the rules of each platform? Make sure you familiarize yourself with the platforms that you are investing in with your own hard-earned money. So now with all that said, let me talk to you about 3 platforms that I they've actually been performing fantastic for me. And I just wanted to showcase them really quick. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time with them, but let me minimize this really quick. And the first one is BNB Devil. This thing just launched on Sunday, and it's been doing exactly what it's saying, bringing in the 13% a day. It lets you compound as many times as you want throughout the day. But again, how much money are you putting in this thing? Because if you're just putting, I believe the bare minimum is 0.1. Okay, 0.1% is the bare minimum. And let me actually make this a little just bigger. Yeah, the Telegram, like, yeah, I can showcase it later. So 0.1 is the bare minimum that you can do over here. 13% referrals. Let me see. I believe I had. So the referral program on this one gets you 10% from your referrals. So it's awesome. Last time I showed you guys the contract on this thing, it was 65. I came in, I believe, when it was about 40. So now it's 140. It's growing. It's having good a good community behind it. It has had good consistent growth so far, and it's brand new. This thing only has one way to go right now at the moment, and it's just a fun project. It's pretty cool. For whatever reason, it over here on the computer, it won't let me connect it to my wallet. It's been kind of weird. It connects just fine to my phone, and I have it connected through my Trust wallet. So over there in the DApp section on the URL, my link is going to be the link to these 3 different platforms that I'm going to talk about. They're going to be down below on the description. You guys can just copy and paste that link to your DApp URL and your Trust wallet, and it'll take you over here where you connect your wallet, and then you can decide what you want to do. Like I said, the bare minimum for this is 0.1 BNB. And at first, 2 days ago, I was like I was compounding about every 2 to 3 hours, and I was bringing in, if I want to say about 80 cents. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot, but now compounding it, and now it's in day, what is this, Tuesday? So starting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So 3 days now, I am about $3 every 3 hours that I've been compounding on this thing. It's working great. I only put in 0.4 BNB into this thing. I just wanted to try out. I want to check it out. I actually took some of the stuff from my BNB miner, and that's what I ended up putting in here. So again, it's a fun platform. I'm going to be playing by the rules on this thing. I am not telling you guys about this thing, so that's my number 2. And I am putting more than just the bare minimum. So I am doing all 3 with this one. It's a really fun one. You guys can come in here. If you guys click on docs, then it will open up right over here, and you guys can come in here and read all this. There's a video that you guys can watch. It gives you different links over here that you guys can click on and learn more about this platform. So this is a really fun one. It's a new one, and it has a lot of room to grow. So check it out. Again, my link is down below. The second one that I want to talk about that has just been amazing, it's BNB Kingdom. This one started back in June 5th, if I'm not mistaken. I've capped off 30 times. That's where it just stops. There's a certain cap to an extra percentage that it gives you every single time you compound. Each time I compounded for those days, it was giving me an extra percentage over the regular compounding interest. So I've stopped at 30. I just noticed that actually because 2 days ago it was still at 30. So I joined this towards the beginning. Oh man, I honestly can't remember the exact numbers and everything, but it's been over a month since I've joined this. I joined with 1.25 on this platform. Last time I showed you guys this platform, which it was it 2 days ago? I was a 5 point something BNB. I'm at 6.3 and I'm bringing 0.63 BNB now a day. The rules to this, I got to learn the rules on this thing. You can only compound once a day, and you have to compound. There's a mandatory compound on this one of 6 times before you're able to withdraw. I still haven't withdrawn anything because I do not want to start this 30 time timer that I've worked for over 30 days now to build it up to where I'm getting the max returns. So I'm going to keep compounding this for a while because at this point, there's a calculator over here. Right now it's 6.4. Let's round it up. Let's say I keep this thing going for 30 more days the same way that I've been doing it. In 30 days, the 6.4 BNB is going to translate to 105 BNB, which is bringing me 10 BNB or 10 and a half BNB each day. Like, are you kidding me? So yeah, in a month from now, again, I put in more than just the minimum on this thing. I'm telling you guys now about this thing. And something crazy about this thing, this has all been organic growth. I haven't had anybody come in here. I just barely started talking about this thing. I haven't really pushed it that hard. But you guys can see, total referral bonus game. I haven't had any referrals on this thing. All this has been just from me compounding once a day for over 30 days now. I haven't withdrawn anything. It's money that I said if I lose it, then I lose it. I'm not going to miss it. But again, I put in more than just the bare minimum. I forgot about that amount, and I just been playing the game now. I'm following the rules of the game. And I'm just compounding every 24 hours. I come in here, click the button, and look at this growth. In 30 more days, this could be potentially like, I mean, at this point, we're talking life-changing like money at this point. I mean, I believe you can only withdraw up to $1,000 at the time out of this thing worth of BNB. Okay, so don't get ahead of yourself thinking that you're going to be able to withdraw 10 BNB each time. Okay, but as long as this money just keeps growing in here, the contract keeps growing. Every 6 days, I can withdraw $1,000. That's awesome. That's awesome. Combined to some of the other platforms that I'm in also and all that, this one is going to be a fantastic one. It crossed over the $700 mark in the contract. I believe it was $665 or $660 last time I did the video. So it's growing, and that was only 2 days ago. So this thing is having a lot of momentum behind it. So check it out. It's not going to disappoint. I mean, it's just a fantastic tool, platform, and it's just a great option to put into your arsenal of things. If you have multiple, if you don't have this one yet, this is an awesome one. My link, again, is going to be down below. You can click on it. Again, I use Trust Wallet. You can just go to your dApp, tab URL, you paste the link over there, you connect your wallet, and that's it. You just come over here and you just say how much BNB you want to put in there, and you're good to go. Now remember, all these have to be within this BNB smart chain, so just remember that. So when you open it in your Trust wallet, chances are it's gonna open within the Ethereum blockchain, so that you'll see the little Ethereum logo up on top. Just click on that and switch it over to BNB, and then connect your wallet, and you're golden. You're good to go as long as you have some BNB in there. Then you just come over here. You say how much you wanna buy in lands, and boom! As you guys can see, I've got 17 or almost 18 hours before I can compound again. I follow the rules. Make sure you guys do too. So that's the third one. The fourth one, and this is a completely different one. And this one is just such an amazing opportunity. And this one has completely different rules to the other ones. This one I've talked about a couple of different times, and I'm going to continue to talk about this one just because I believe in this platform. If you guys go to my link down below, it's gonna bring you guys to this web page where you guys can learn more about it. You guys scroll down, you guys will see this video. Watch it. It's gonna tell you everything about the comp plan on this thing. It's gonna tell you like how you're gonna make money or potentially make money. Again, you need to follow the rules. This is completely different rules. It's not come in here and compound. The entry point for this thing, the minimum amount is $65. That earns you one spot. And again, that might not make any sense right now. Come and watch this video, and then you'll know what I mean when I said that one spot. $65 is it's your entry point, and you can have as many spots as you want. All $65 each. So that $165 could potentially translate to a few $1,000s or more, depending on how hard you're willing to work to get there. So this is a platform that was developed by a group of developers led by Mr. Terrence Gibson. As you guys probably already know, he is a fellow YouTuber. He's an amazing person. He got sick of the rug pulls just as all of us have, and he decided to do something about it by making his own platform. So this platform is not going to go anywhere. You don't have to be scared that this thing is going to rug pull. As long as you doing your hard work, as long as you're doing more than that bare minimum and actually putting in some work into this thing, you should feel safe that this thing is going to be here for a very, very, very long time. And this could potentially change lives. I'm not even joking when I'm saying that. So come over here and learn more about this. Again, this video will tell you a lot about it really quick. Like I said, this is a completely new set of rules. It's not the whole compounding or just put money in somewhere and just let it sit and do its thing. It's about people helping people and people bringing people in. Yeah, and so this one is a forced matrix. It's a 2x2 force matrix. So let's say you bring 2 and then those 2 bring 2. Then that's how we start making profits like ourselves. As it's brand spanking new. This thing also just launched just a few days ago. So it's at the beginning stages. They're starting to do Zoom calls in their Telegram. So make sure you guys also check out their Telegram. I'll be putting their link down below as well. So join their Telegram. Go watch the Zoom meetings when they have them. They recorded one this morning, which you guys can also find the link in the Telegram. So go watch it. You'll learn a lot about this thing, and it's just an amazing platform. And this one has a lot to do with you willing to put in that extra work and bring some other people into it. If you're not willing to put in the hard, at least a little bit of work into this and bring at least 2 people into this whole thing, then this one's probably not for you. I mean, yeah, you can come in here and put your $65 and wait for your turn to cycle and all that. But this platform is about people helping people and everybody helping each other, because we're all sick of everything that has happened in the past with the rug pulls and the scams and everything. This is as legit as they come. This is going to be here for a long, long, long term, and we all want to work to build wealth together for each other for the future. So, again, the links to all these are going to be down below. Go check them out. If you haven't joined them before, and if you want to join them, you guys can click on them. You guys can learn more about them, and then just go from there. Again, invest at your own risk. Invest only what you're willing to lose, because although I do believe these ones are here for the long term, they're not going to go anywhere. There's always some sort of risk for it with anything, right? Like, we've seen some platforms out there that just come and gone. These ones, I do believe they're in the very, very bottom of that risk level, but there's still risk nonetheless. So, are you willing to work, put in that extra effort? Are you willing to put in more than just the minimum amount? And are you willing to play by the rules? Follow those three things. Get to know those three things. Like, educate yourself about those three things and learn what you're comfortable with and what you're willing to do, so that we can all work together and build all these things up together as a team. So again, the links are down below. If you made it this far, you guys are absolutely amazing. And I'm going to ask you guys to please subscribe, like the video, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. See you guys.